Hurricane Beryl was a reminder to many folks that you can't just judge a hurricane by its category. It came into Texas as a Category 1 storm. Many people, when they see Category 1, they think, oh, well, I'm going to be okay. But storm's rating, a category rating between 1 and 5, is not the only factor people should take into consideration. Like in Texas right now, 2.7 million people lost power. Hundreds of thousands are still going to be without power more than a week after the storm, and suffering through really stifling heat as the heat wave continues in Texas and the rest of the country. I spoke with Craig Fugate, the former director of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and who also ran Florida's emergency management department for many years during some of its busiest hurricane seasons. And he said that we've gotten into a bad habit of just looking at the strength of a storm and not other factors such as the size, how fast it's moving, how much rain is associated with it, when tides are coming in, whether storm surge is going to be a problem, and tornadoes. Some of these storms spawn a lot of tornadoes. Others don't. And it's hard for the National Hurricane Center, that's doing a broad, regional, sometimes international forecast, to focus in on what your area is, what's going to happen in your area. Don't just rely on the Category 1 through 5. Similarly, don't look at flood maps. As Fugate says, flood maps are more of a tool for the insurance industry. It doesn't mean that you won't flood if you're not in a flood zone. It just means you have cheaper insurance. Same thing when you look at that cone when a hurricane's coming. That is not the path that is going to suffer severe effects. That is where the center of the storm may go through. And you could have a storm extending out dozens of miles beyond that center. So you may not be in the cone, but you could have problems worse than people who are.